Hello everyone. That's just a little quickie there with my new, I got this small rototiller. You know, when you get the big tiller out or you're working your beds and you put that layer of compost on top, it's beautiful, beautiful compost. And then I add a bunch of chips to help lighten it up. You gotta mix that stuff up. And the big tiller goes too deep and it's too much work. Several years ago I had one of these small type tillers and I was very disappointed in it. It didn't have much strength. And the handlebar things here were like really flimsy. And it wouldn't do anything except pulling it backwards. Well, I did a lot of research and a lot of work, and I picked up this Honda, it's an FG110. Got a GX25 Honda 4-stroke engine, so you got an oil line and you got a gas line. I hate mixing oil and gas. Everything seems to want a different mixture. I end up with 4 or 5 little containers. I don't know what they belong to. Just irritates me. Just get one that has an oil and gas. Not a problem. Works great. So about 2 months ago, this was all done with a big tiller. Then I put a couple inches of compost on top. And then, as you can see, got a big, deep bed of pine bark chips. But it's time to plant now. So I got to get this mixed up because I got plants that got to go in there right now. We're here in zone 7 and we've gone from, it's amazing, we had a little bit of spring, to it's going to be in the 60s for the lows and 80s for the highs. Welcome, hello, here's summertime. So time to get the summer stuff in. So wanted to give you a little quickie on how it's working, then tell you something about it. Now we're going to fire it up again. Now I can tell you it has one negative. This thing is incredibly easy to start, but it's got one negative that I found, and it's not a reason not to buy it. Up here on the top you got this little slide lever. Off, off, and on is in the middle. It's amazing how easy it is to hit it to the off position. And you're just pulling and pulling and pulling and it won't start because you've got it turned off. So let's get it fired up. Let me show you some more how it works, and let me get a little work done. Now that's being pretty nice with the tiller. But if you know what it's like here in Georgia, around Atlanta, you know that we have hard pan clay. You usually start out with a pickaxe, and you need a pickaxe before you can even try and get a shovel through it. So, or a tiller. So I'm gonna come up, probably hasn't had a tiller run through it for I don't know, maybe 10 years. So don't go getting too terribly excited. It's had mulch on it, so the first inch or so ought to be pretty easy. But after that, I figure it's going to be tough. But let's see how it does. I gotta tell you, that's light years better than I thought it would do. It's definitely a whole lot stronger tiller than the other guys as far as doing this kind of dirt. But you also got to admit, this is not the tiller you want to do fresh hardpan on. It would be all day trying to do a little bit of a bed. So that's where your big tiller comes. That's where your pickaxe and your shovel and the big tiller comes in. But when you're just looking to like fix up a bed, let's rake this out a little bit and you can get an idea of what we're talking about here. You're just looking to rake out a bed, get the soil loose, get it ready for planting. Wow, this little guy has really done the job. This is just an incredible effort. This would have taken me at least half a day to do it by hand. And the big tiller would just go deeper than I want it to go. And it's a lot more stressful working with for an old guy like me. So this little guy, this is what I bought it for. I bought it to be able to turn up the compost and some chips in beds that are pretty much ready to go. They just need to be loosened up. And this little Honda little tiller has done a heck of a job. So we're going to be planting some different summer squashes up here as soon as I get it all raked out. Then I'm going to cover it so the bugs don't get to it with some cloth. And we'll come back and show you how that's going when we get to it. So there's the soil broken up, ready to rake out and plant. And there's you a good demo of the Honda FG110 little mini tiller. If you're looking for one to break up beds that are in pretty good shape to start with but need a good mixing, you might want to give this guy a good look at. If you like the videos, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up so other people know that it's a good video, and I'll let you know how we're doing when we get to the squash.